My boy Taiyo might be getting some action from Auntie. Interesting. Interesting. So, how can I put it? Taiyo, I don't know if I should say you're lucky or unlucky. Because, I mean, you already had a woman that was like your boss come after you. But then you have Auntie, which we know how Auntie is. She's into some freaky stuff. So, I mean, like, yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, does he have bad luck or good luck? I mean, I guess it depends on the type of person. I guess from his perspective, it's bad because we know he doesn't like adults, female adults. So, I guess it makes sense. It would be very bad luck for him. But at the same time, it's justice. It's karma on what he has been doing since the very beginning. At first, I felt bad for Taiyo. I did. Like, after the backstory to what, you know, his boss did, and, you know, how he was just so emotionally broken and he wanted Shio, I felt bad for him. I really did. He was a broken boy that just wanted to be okay. And then Sato intervened and started really messing with his head, pushed him pretty much over the edge. Like, she gave him that final push on the back just to push him over the edge for he can be in a really broken and horrible state. And going around trying to literally lie to the brother, send him away and all that, and then going out of his way in this episode to basically say, I don't have to give the man any information. It's just like, I guess he had what was coming to him. It was karma. It was legit, straight up karma for Taiyo. Like, he deserved it. He did. But at the same time, I feel bad because we've seen his fall from grace. We've seen how he was an innocent kid that turned to what he is. And it wasn't like how the other characters were. Like, the other characters of this story, they were pretty much crazy from the get-go. Like, they were already crazy. Like, Sato was crazy since episode 1. But then we see, you know, Taiyo, he just developed into what he is. So, I don't really know. I really don't know. I don't know if, like, what's gonna really happen to this man. I actually kind of feel bad, and I wonder if he might be set up or something, because we gotta remember what the auntie is doing. She is willing to help out Sato with getting away. She did say that. She's like, fine, I'll take responsibility and all that, and I will watch over you and watch over your love, you know, see how it goes and all that. And there was some foreshadowing from the auntie that it seems like the love might not work out that good, because I mean, it's very apparent if we go by the first episode scene with the fire, that most likely either A, Sato and Shio are going to die, or they're going to get caught, one or the other. And I don't know. I don't really know how this series is wanting to end itself. It's obvious that we're going to be getting an anime original ending for the next episode, the finale, but it just really depends on where it's going to go. But the point is, what I'm getting about with Taiyo, is that with his situation, I wonder if Auntie might be doing what she normally does, like, you know, my love and all that, express my love, but then she also might use Taiyo as a means of allowing Sato and Shio to get away. Maybe framing him for what happens to the apartment when it catches fire, or what happened to Shoko. Maybe something like that could happen. Now, there is another off chance, another little thing that could potentially happen. What if Auntie actually corrects Taiyo's problem? Like, as we know, Taiyo's all messed up. He fears women. What if, because of how Auntie is, and how she allows someone to express their love, what if she actually corrects Taiyo? That'd be very interesting. After she's with him, Taiyo decides to do the right thing, and he goes over and talks to Asahi, like, look, I got the information you need and all that, let's go, and, you know, let's, you know, make sure we can get Shio out of there. That'd be very interesting, like, if, you know, Auntie did correct that. And what if, like, just a what-if scenario, what if he actually falls in love with the Auntie? That would be, I really don't know how that would be. That would be very interesting, and definitely a turn the series would make I would never expected. But, yeah, so getting to the main topic at hand, though, the Auntie was a big part of this episode. Like, she was someone that had a major spotlight. She was someone, we got to see a little bit more about her character. We already knew she was kind of unhinged, very freaky, and we got to see Sato actually stand up and face her aunt, which was a very ballsy move, and it was definitely something I did not expect at all. I have to actually commend Sato as a character, regardless of how I feel about Sato and what she did to Shoko and all that, and how I think she should be responsible for the crimes she has, committed. I also will take note and say I commend a character for actually facing a problem that she's had since a very long time, because her aunt is kind of the cause of why Sato is messed up like she is. Why she's so broken is because of her aunt. And her facing her aunt like that and saying, your love is wrong. It's a very wrong form of love. It's definitely not correct at all. And she's basically saying, my love is correct. That was fascinating to see Sato having the balls to do that. And I do like how the aunt, took it in stride as well. She wasn't, I guess, really upset. She didn't get angry. But you can see she was a little bit shocked about that. And then how Sato was like, you need to take responsibility and all that. I'm a child. Take responsibility. You need to help me out and all that. That's what you should do as an adult. And then she obviously, it's like, okay, fine. That was cool. I really like that little brief exchange between Sato and the aunt, because it kind of dives more into their dynamic and how Sato is changing. She is changing as a person, and maybe there could be a light at the end of the tunnel for her. If she's willing to confront something like her aunt and realize what happened, or just say her true feelings, then she might be able to somehow be corrected one day. I don't think probably should ever leave, an insane asylum or something, but she might be able to get the help she properly needs instead of just being put down. But okay, now there is a little brief montage that we got in this episode. We get to see how Sato is making preparations to going to a new castle, a new home, leaving the country most likely, because after what happened with Shoko, their entire home has been ruined. I mean, people are going to be searching for Shoko. It's only a matter of time until that happens, until someone winds up at, the auntie's home, starts asking, trying to figure out where, Sato is, connecting the dots. There's going to be a lot of things there, because, I mean, it also with, Sato not going to the job the same day Shoko's not there, it's going to look bad on her, very off, suspicious. So, I mean, all these things are building up to where, thanks to what happened to Shoko, Sato's going to have to move. She's got to get away and move with Shio. And so progress has to be made, and we see how they're trying to, remove all the evidence they possibly can. Or at the very least, Sato is. You see how she burns the clothing of Shoko. She, is getting rid of certain bags of Shoko. She's doing anything she can to pretty much, get rid of all the evidence. And you see how she's even willing to actually burn the apartment to remove everything for nobody actually knows what actually happened. So, I mean, there's a lot of setup for the next episode, the finale. It could really go any way, because this is at the point of the series now where manga readers themselves don't really know what to expect, because we've already passed the manga now, apparently. We're past the manga. The content that we're going to be getting in the next episode is anime original, and so that could be a good thing or a bad thing. And typically, from what I've seen from series that are kind of in this spot, it can be good, but sometimes when this happens, most likely the writer gives the ending that they actually want to do for their series to the anime studios. This is how I kind of want to end it, and they decide to adapt it like that. It's kind of like a trailer to how the manga is actually going to end. This was very similar to what happened in Akame ga Kill. If you ever watched that series, then you'll know how the manga ended. It was kind of very similar, and it was kind of like a teaser how the anime was compared to the manga. It was a little bit more in-depth and, dived into more details. But yeah, it's an okay episode. A lot of setup. It's gonna, be sad to see this series finally end next week, and I'm just kind of curious to see. I mean, is it going to be a happy ending, a sad ending? Who really knows? And Asahi really was unhinged in this episode, by the way. I wonder if he's going to be able to get help he needs, too. But I love you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below. And with that, Chibi out.